The learnings of Nishmas Etta Ahuva Yaakov Maseches Bava Basra Perek Vav Mishna Yomi. Someone who had a path of the public going through his yard, Nata, he takes away that path, and he designates for them a different path on the side of his yard. Masha Nasan. So the path that he now gave to them belongs to them. And the Gemara comes out l'maskana. The reason is because Rav Yehuda says, Meitzar she'achziku by Rabbim, if you have a boundary that the Rabbim were machzik in it, which the Rashbam explains means they fixed it up as a path, they were masakin it as a path, and the owner knew about it and he was quiet, is now also l'kalkala, you can't be mekalkal in that path anymore. And the Rashbam explains, Kol Shulkein in our Mishnah, that he actually now gave them a new path from the side, and they were machzik in that path, so now they get it. Masha nasan. V'shaloi lo higia, and the path that he had originally that they were using, he can't get that back either because the Gemara, the Maskana says three pshatim, and the last pshat is because we say that path that they had originally was a better path. Any other path that you're going to give to them is going to be automatically like a derech aklasain on the side, not what they want. Because it's karav lezev or chaykel lezev. May be good for some people, but for other people, it's not the closest path, and therefore, you're not giving them even by giving them another path. The first path that they had was a better path. So now the person loses two paths in his yard. The Mishnah continues with various derechs, how much they are, various paths. So derech hayachid arba amas. If I sell you a path through my yard, so then a path is 4 amas. The Rashbam says, in the width of a wagon is 4 amas. Derech harabim, this is what we know from Hilchos Shabbos, is sheish esrei amas, is 16 amas. It's learned out from the Agolas of the Mishkan. Rashbam brings down from the Gemara in Shabbos. Derech hamelech, the path of a king, is ein lashir, because a king has the right to be pirates and goy de lefan of anything he wants he could do. Derech hakever, if people are walking to be malava meis, ein la shir, there's no shir, the Gemara says, because mishum yikra de shichva, because of the covet of the mace, we're not going to start not allowing people to be malava in the mace because they're going over other people's properties, so therefore it's ein la shir, they have as much as they want. Hamaimid, which the Gemara explains was something that was done on the way back from the kever. The Rashbam says it was either done to be menachem na'avelim or to be marbe tsar and to be marbe bebchi. So this way people would be lasei slave to do tshuva. So they would make people they would sit down and stand up 7 times. Keneged the haval avolim that Kehela said. And that procedure, dayani tzipori amru beis arba'as kabin, that they have a right to an area of 4 kavin, which the Taisus Yantiv brings down, is 2/3 of 50 amma by 50 amma area, because that's the share of a besa, and this 4 kavin is 2/3 of that area. Mishnah Ches hamoicher makom lechaver lases lekever. If someone sells a place to his friend to make a beis hakvaros, mechena mekabel mechaver lases lekever, he's mekabel from his friend to make a beis hakvaros. So how much is a beis hakvaros? So the Rashbam gives a hagdama that the derech was then that a whole family was buried in a cave, in one cave, each person in their own carve out, which we call a kuch. So the Mishnah now gives the exact dimensions of a ma'ara. There's 2 shitas in the Mishnah. The Tanakama says, each ma'ara was 4 amas by 6 amas, and inside you would have 8 kuchen. Shalish mikan, v'shalish mikan, 3 on each side, meaning on the 6 amma side you would have 3 kuchen, and that would be on the other side also. And at the far end, which was the 4 amma wall, was shtayim mekinegden, you would have 2 over there. The kuchen, each kuch, was arkan arba amas, was 4 amas deep, because a person's body is 3 amas plus his head is 4 amas. Taisus brings down. The Ruma and Shiva, and the height of the kuch was 7 tfachim, meaning an amma plus an extra tefach. So it was really an amma for the height of the mace. But then the extra tefach was, so there should be berebach, and also therefore there should be an airspace between the ground and the aron. So this way it wouldn't be metame koyanim that are passing by there. The rechavan shisha, and the width was 6 tvachim, which is exactly 1 amma. So it comes out that on the 6 amma length of the ma'ara, you would have first a half an amma of open space, then you would have an amma for 1 kuch, an amma of open space, an amma for a second kuch, an amma of open space, an amma for the third kuch, and then another half a amma. So altogether, that was 6 ammas. Reb Shimon says, "Oisa teicha shel ma'ara sheish ammas al shmeina." The inside of the cave was 6 ammas by 8 ammas, upeiseach l'seicha shalish eser kuch, and therefore, since it was bigger, you were now able to have 13 kuchs. Arba mikan va'arba mikan. You had 4 kuchen on the 8 amma side, and opposite that, another 4 kuchen on the other 8 amma side. V'shloisha mikinegdin. On the 6 amma side, you would have 3 kuchen. The echad min hapesach, the echad min hasmol. And now Reb Shimon adds another 2 that the Tanna Kama didn't have. You would have 1 on the right of the door and 1 on the left of the door. And the Gemara explains, Hani trei lehechan shadi, where are you supposed to put these 2 on the angles? And the Gemara explains they're actually on the far side of the ma'ara, 1 on one diagonal, 1 on the other diagonal. Even then, the Gemara is bothered, how does it fit? And it says either it was done on different levels or it was done smaller for nefalim, for small babies. The Mishnah continues with another machlekes, the Tanna Kama and Reb Shimon. Va'isa chatzer al pia ma'ara sheish al sheish. The chatzer, which was in between the ma'aras, was 6 amas by 6 amas. Everyone agrees to that share. Kamali amita v'kovreh, for the length of the aron and those that were bearing it. Upeiseach l'seicha shtei ma'aras achas mikan v'achas mikan. The Tanna Kama says that each chatzer had 2 ma'aras, which we said each ma'ara, according to the Tanna Kama, was 6 amas by 4 amas. Reb Shimon oimer arba la'arba ruchesea. Each chatzer had 4 ma'aras, in which we said each ma'ara, according to Reb Shimon, was 6 amas by 8 amas. Come out that with the 2 machlekes in the Tanna Kama and Reb Shimon, the Tanna Kama would hold every family had the chatzer with 2 ma'aras, which was enough for 16 people to get buried according to the Rabbanan. And Reb Shimon held that each mishpacha would get, the chatzer had 4 ma'aras, and each ma'ara had 13, so altogether there would be enough for 52 mesim in each chatzer. Reb Shimon ben Gamliel said, "Hakoil lefi hasela." It depends on the area. Sometimes Reb Shimon is going to say it's hard to dig, it's hard land, and therefore you could just do it the size of the Rabbanan.